When was the last time you allowed yourself to feel everything? Not just the good vibes, not just, the Instagram, YouTube worthy moments, but the messy, raw, and deeply human emotions we often keep hidden. Welcome, beautiful souls, to the Heart Space. Today we are going to discuss the full moon that is coming up in Cancer on January 13th. We'll highlight these questions in our lives. So think about it. Are you bottling up feelings that need to flow like a river? This Cancer full moon isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for authenticity. Have you ever thought about how the moon, our constant companion in the sky, mirrors our emotions? If the moon's gravitational pull can shift entire oceans, what could it be stirring within you right now? And this time, with this full moon in Cancer, its energy is deeply personal, nurturing, and yes, a little nostalgic. Let's unpack it all together. The full moon occurs in the water sign of Cancer, the archetype of the nurturer, the mother, the protector of the emotional realm. Think of Cancer as the cosmic home in your astrological chart. Where is it, by the way? Let me know in the comment box down below. Now mix that energy with the intensity of a full moon, the culmination, the climax. And what do we get? A spotlight in our deepest emotional truths. It's like the universe is saying, hey, let's take a closer look at your inner world. What's working? What's not? What do you need to feel safe, loved, and whole? Imagine this. Cancer is like the crab carrying its home on its back. It's resilient, but also deeply sensitive. It approaches life with caution, feeling things out first. So under this full moon, ask yourself, what emotional baggage have you been carrying around? Perhaps it's time, to do an emotional inventory. Picture yourself organizing your feelings like a closet. Which ones are the timeless essentials and which are the mismatched socks of your soul? This full moon is forming a powerful opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto is all about transformation, rebirth, the underworld, the threshold, right? And yes, digging up the emotional skeletons in our closet. If you've been sweeping feelings under the rug, Pluto is here to remind you that the rug can't hide a mountain. Meanwhile, Mars in Sag is bringing fiery energy to our ambitions and actions. You might feel torn between wanting to leap forward and needing to retreat to your emotional sanctuary. It's a dance between go big or go home and stay home and heal. Signs most affected: Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra. You're on the front lines of this cosmic energy. For Cancer, it's deeply personal. Capricorn, your structures and ambitions are being tested. Aries, you're feeling the call to balance action with reflection. And Libra, relationships are in the spotlight. Picture this, you're scrolling through old photos and suddenly feel a pang of longing for simpler times. That's Cancer nostalgia hitting you hard. Instead of resisting it, ask yourself, what can I learn from this feeling? What is it trying to tell me? Or maybe, let's say you've been putting off a tough conversation with a loved one. This full moon might be the cosmic nudge you need to open up, even if it's messy. And let's not forget the Pluto effect. If you find yourself deep cleaning your home at 2 a.m. while sobbing to your favorite breakup playlist, congratulations! You're doing full moon in Cancer right. Let's get a little bit practical. One powerful tool at your fingertip is journaling. Journaling about your feelings. No filters, no judgment. Think of it as emotional decluttering. What's weighing on your heart? Also, have a heart-to-heart with someone you trust. Cancer energy thrives on connection. Vulnerability isn't weakness, remember, it's courage. Another option is to light a candle like a soul bath or simply sit under the moon and reflect. Set intentions that align with your heart. And don't forget to hydrate. The water element is strong and your body will thank you for the extra love. Please remember, the Cancer full moon isn't here to break you. It's here to break you open. There's a difference. Growth often begins where comfort ends. So you might be wondering, what if I'm not ready to confront all this? Let me ask you this. Are you ever truly ready for life's biggest moments? Birth, love, loss? They don't wait for us to be ready. This full moon is your cosmic invitation to grow, to heal, and to embrace the messy beauty of being human. Life isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. So why not take the leap? Trust that the universe has your back. It's never too late to rewrite your story. I think the most important thing that you have to remember is that this beautiful astrological event is reminding us that vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's our superpower. When we honor our emotions, we create space for growth, healing, and connection. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's create a space for connection and support. And if you've enjoyed the journey, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who could use a little cosmic insight. Remember, you're never alone on this journey. The universe is always speaking to you. Let's shift gears and move into the tarot reading spread. Let's get right into it. We are going to pull a couple of cards, pull some cards regarding the full moon in Cancer, which is going to occur on January 13th. Now, the channel message that I received, I actually pulled two cards from this deck. It was the Sustainer and the Mirror. We'll see if that will come out. The message that came through with these two cards is this. What are you mirroring when you look in the mirror? What are the first thoughts that you hear in your mind when you look in the mirror? What is your self-talk? What is your inner narrative? Because that will be your sustainer. That's the sustainer of your dreams and reality. If the inner narrative, the inner dialogue, is full with negative thoughts, judgment, fear, insecurities, hate, a blank canvas is needed. I was looking at the mirror card and I kept hearing clean slate, clean slate. There's a need for us to clean our mirror, to come to the conclusion that we are everything and nothing, that we are not our emotions and we are not our vessel, we are not our body, and to start cultivating unconditional love for self. Let's not forget that the full moon is in Cancer, which is a water energy. The Cancer is the mother, the nurturer, our home. And so I'm getting that it's time for us to sit with ourselves, to look in the mirror, and to allow thoughts, feelings, anything that needs to come through, to tell you exactly what are you dealing with in your subconscious, because your subconscious is creating your reality. 100%. Okay. Let's get into the spread. I'm going to get one card from the archetype deck, and we're going to see what other messages are coming through from spirit guides regarding this powerful first full moon of 2025 in Cancer. The prayer, wow, I did not see this card before. This is pretty beautiful. This takes me into the message how connected and interconnected we are, how powerful we are together. The power of community I'm getting. Also, I'm feeling the Judgment energy here, which talks about surrendering, reconciliation. It speaks about re-emerging into a new life like the phoenix. Let's read this card. The worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Powerful. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. Wow, beautiful. Experiment with the act of bowing down. Nearly all spiritual traditions make a practice of prostration. Every song, kiss, breath, word can become a prayer. It is a feeling, not an action. Consider the ancient mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. This is powerful. This speaks about prayer as in surrendering to compassion, surrendering to the need to find this humble and observer state of mind. Also, it speaks about being the quiet leader. I'm getting the hermit energy right now. Being the quiet leader in these difficult and chaotic times that we are finding ourselves in, and in understanding that prayer is a feeling, is a state of being, and it's not an actionable item. Let's get a couple of messages from the Spiritual Journey Oracles, and then we'll jump into the tarot spread. What else, Spirit Guides, regarding this full moon in Cancer for all of us? I'm hearing you are breaking open. Okay. Accountability. Your healing journey invites you to look in the mirror without a filter, without a blame, and with total ownership of your past and future. Looking in the mirror, being accountable of what you're feeling, of your emotions, being accountable of what you're creating from your subconscious. Once again, this needs to be said more than once, I feel. Channeling. You have the ability to convey messages from spirit. This is achieved with a quiet mind, removing expectations and an openness to receive. This is done through meditation, through stillness. All of us have this capacity to receive messages from our spirit guides and from our higher self. And then we have transformation. You are shedding layers of your life. Some relationships and external factors that no longer serve your highest purpose must fade away. One more. Light worker. You are a powerful being on earth capable of shining a healing light on humanity. I'm getting for a lot of us that as light workers and as spiritual human beings, the power of prayer needs to be exercised, because we have the capacity to heal the grids of the earth, to heal the earth through prayer. Okay, beautiful energies and messages here. I'm working with a Wild Unknown tarot deck. I want to ask spirit guides, what is our intuition trying to tell us? Thank you. Ten of Swords. Surrender, becoming friends with our subconscious, becoming friends with our shadows, because in our shadows we are finding our treasures. This also speaks about, when you look in the mirror and you realize there's a lot of aspects of yourself that you have been hiding away or you did not want to acknowledge, there's a need to come at it from a place of compassion and surrender. Yes, there are elements in our lives that will be extremely visible because it is a full moon, and full moons are about seeing clearly what are the elements, emotions, things, people, situations in our lives that no longer serves us on our journey. We'll clarify that energy. Let's keep going. What are the emotions that we need to honor and express right now? Wow, beautiful. Justice and Three of Cups. This is this beautiful balanced of connections, but also of community, connection. Connection will be extremely important. We have Libra energy here. Justice speaks in this deck about, as you can see, there's two cats here, a white and a black cat, and there's a choice here. It's asking you to choose between a way of being, maybe the past and the future, or the present. And the Justice card does imply a weight or a heaviness surrounding a choice you will have to make. So, how you can honor your emotions is by making that choice, by taking that leap forward, by expressing your feelings, by being authentic with yourself and the people around you. And one thing you have to remember, beautiful soul, is the fact that all of your choices affect your life and sometimes the lives of those around you, both now and in the future. The Three of Cups speaks about joy. It does speak about celebration and this emotional healing that I feel we are going to open ourselves up to throughout this period. How can we release what no longer serves us? Two of Cups, balancing our yin and yang, acknowledging the karmic contract and the karmic soul contracts that we are here to accomplish. How to release what no longer serves us with love and with surrender and compassion. And a final message from Mama Moon. The World. Wow, beautiful. Completion, celebration. This is a culmination point where things are shedding apart, where things are released, surrendered to, let go in order for us to rebuild stronger. This is beautiful, Capricorn energy. We do have Capricorn opposing the full moon, and that will help us bring in that discipline and that courage and ambition that we need to attain in order for us to let go. And now it feels like it's the right timing to shed, right? It's the right timing to pray, to come in this space of praying, of surrendering and humility. Let's clarify these energies. I want to clarify the Ten of Swords, what your intuition is trying to tell you, what needs to go, what you have to release. What needs to be released is this sense of unworthiness. A lot of people, when we look in the mirror, we see that we are not worthy of the things that we dream of because we find them impossible to attain, or because there is something, we feel like there's something lacking, or there's an emptiness that we cannot feel. Queen of Pentacles is this earth energy, it's Capricorn energy, and it tells us that there is a shift in perspective here. There is a need to have this shift in perspective and once again come from a place of compassion and non-judgment. The Wheel of Fortune is a shift in your destiny. Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, which is the bringer of expansion, good luck, new opportunities, good health. And look what's surrounding this energy, what needs to be let go of. The Five of Pentacles. This can be a scarcity mindset. This can be a lack in how you exchange in the relationship that you see yourself in with money. Money, it's a currency, but also money, it's energy. So ask yourself, what is the exchange? What is the connection that you have with money? When you think of money, is this something that is easy to achieve? Is this something that you are scared of? Is this something that you have been taught for a long time that it's the hardest thing that you can attain? Is this what is your relationship with money? And how can you balance that? How can you bring healthy exchange and healthy thought processing? Also, this speaks about insecurity, feeling left out in the cold, All these programs that we have to heal and transmute are coming from our childhood. So look at the programs that you are holding on when it comes about insecurity, not feeling good enough, and struggling with your worthiness. Okay, very important keywords here. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups speaks about how we can release what no longer serves us. I'm hearing come from an open heart. Let's see. Eight of Wands, unstoppable movement, action, traveling. Seven of Cups, cutting through illusions and confusion. I'm feeling a lot of fogginess that we are surrounding us with because we are afraid to open our heart, to come in a space and to communicate from an open heart, which requires a lot of courage, right? And requires a lot of vulnerability. One more. Yeah, the Hermit. The Hermit keeps coming through in my meditations and channel messages. This speaks about the quiet leader. This speaks about illumination and an inner journey that is going to bring you epiphanies, is going to bring you illumination and spiritual awakening. How to release is by doing the shadow work and being extremely honest and authentic with your needs, with your heart, and with your journey. Also, a lot of you will be called more and more often to serve, especially with the prayer energy here, to serve as a beacon and a guide. Once again, Hermit represents wisdom, represents illumination, introspection, solitude, silence, dedicated service as well. So I'm getting for a lot of us, we're going to seek prayer, to seek this energy that we are called to embrace and embody, and that will help us heal not only on an individual level but collective level as well. Okay, and the main message here, the World, Capricorn energy, the completion of a cycle, the need to rebuild stronger, better, healthier in our lives. Let's see. Okay, let's clarify this with the Osho Tarot, the World. Thank you, Spirit guys. Conditioning and creativity, yes. This is what's the main theme here. We need to deprogram our conditionings, our false system beliefs. We need to see ourselves as the creators of our reality and life. And the only thing we can do that is by cutting through illusions, looking at what confines us in our mind. So what's conditioning you? What's holding you back? What's sustaining you, right? The more we get to know ourselves, the more we get to know our shadow, the more we can come into our wholeness, the more we can come into this place of prayer, surrender, and peace and happiness. What are you mirroring back to yourself when you look in the mirror? Because that is your sustainer. Don't forget about that channel message. Let's get a final message here for you. What else do we need to know regarding this full moon in Cancer? Thank you. Boundaries, setting boundaries. Always imagining yourself in a bubble for protection. Setting healthy boundaries about who you are being intimate with, I'm getting. And release, absolutely. We started with the Ten of Swords, which speaks about endings for better beginnings, to rebuild in a much healthy space. Releasing the need to control, I'm getting. And let's see, one more. Focus. Focus on your needs. Focus on the question when you look in the mirror, who am I? And see what's coming through. And what sustains me? Ask yourself that when you look in the mirror. Don't be scared to receive all the messages. Don't be scared to look very deeply in the mirror. Focus on your eyes and allow all the aspects and subconscious messages to come through, because the more we accept our shadow, the more we connect to all those hidden parts of ourselves, the easier it will be to bring in happiness, joy, fulfillment, peace, our dream life into our existence. Thank you so much for being here with me, beautiful souls. I wish you nothing but the best. Happy full moon and happy 2025. Much love. Bye-bye.